Now I will be going over how to like install and set up the game engine. Ideally use Visual Studio Community because it doesn't work well with Visual Studio Code, even though I have it set up correctly and stuff for that, but it just doesn't work. But go to GitHub. This is the GitHub page for the engine. Go to code and then download zip. Might have to wait a minute. Yeah, it will take a minute, like a really long time, apparently, because... Or maybe it's just my computer being a piece of shit, who knows? Computer does tend to do that. Now... Give me a sec. Close out of that. See... down to dev, and then you're gonna put it in here, and here script, what the hell, it was working earlier, hang on. I guess you don't really have to do that, but it'll be a good idea to do that if you're building it again. Now I can try to run it. So you don't need to set up the pre-make, like I set up the note saying, but that's like only if you like set up a custom version of it. But by default, if you're just using the version that's on GitHub and you don't plan to edit the code yourself, then you won't need pre-make. Errors. Build error. Give me a sec. Wait. Oh. Shit, yeah, that is where I went wrong. Actually, never mind. You will need, I have my pre-make.exe in here, but, it's not pushed to GitHub or anything. The premake.exe, the folder for it isn't pushed to GitHub either. So you'll have to install it yourself if you plan to run it. And I think that's where I went wrong. Yep. Give me a sec. Let me try to run it with the new file is built. Okay, so since I have Premake already installed, I don't have to go to their GitHub and install it, but if you don't have Premake already installed or a exe set up already, might have an issue. What the hell? That's strange. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, even though it works fine on my other instance, but that is just a rundown on how to get it working somewhat. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird issue, but if anybody wants to make a pull request, go ahead and make one, and I'll push it, assuming that it fixes that glitch, because I don't know what caused it. I don't know at all what caused it either, because it works fine on my developer end, but it doesn't seem to work for anything else. Yeah, that's strange, but whatever.